used to drag myself to a job I despised, earning $50,000 a year and dreaming of a life that felt out of reach. Today, I run a multi-million-dollar business, share my days with an incredible husband, and live the life I once only imagined. The secret wasn't intelligence, luck, or connections. It was mastering my emotions. This underrated skill transformed everything. And I'm here to share how it can unlock your dream life too. Consistency, the foundation of trust. Growing up, I never aspired to be consistent. It sounded dull, like a chore reserved for adulthood. But I learned that consistency is the bedrock of success. It's what builds confidence in yourself and earns trust from others. Back when I relied on charm to mask my inconsistency, I'd make promises in meetings, only to move on to the next conversation without following through. It felt good in the moment, but it got me nowhere. Everything changed when I started showing up, no matter how I felt. Emotions urged me to hit snooze, binge Netflix, or skip the gym, but I made a pact with myself: do it anyway. Whether it was eating better, sticking to a budget, or following up on commitments, I tackled my weakest areas one by one. Consistency wasn't glamorous, but it built trust, first in myself, then in others. That trust opened doors to opportunities and, yes, more money. Ask yourself, where are you inconsistent? Start there today, and watch how small, steady steps lead to big results. Compartmentalizing, keeping one bad day from ruining everything. Life is a whirlwind of highs and lows. On the same day you celebrate a massive win, a customer might complain, an order could fail, or a team member might quit. Early on, I let one setback bleed into everything else, derailing my focus. Then I learned to compartmentalize. I began treating each part of my day as a separate bucket. Work projects, personal goals, relationships. If one bucket hit a roadblock, I refused to let it spill into the others. I scheduled my day deliberately, with meetings for each compartment, treating each as a fresh start. A tough morning couldn't sabotage my afternoon goals. This mindset let me move forward, even when things went wrong. Check your results. If your fitness, finances, or friendships aren't improving, you might be letting one bad bucket taint the rest. Keep them separate, and you'll keep progressing. Emotional regulation. The only emotion allowed is celebration. Work isn't the place for drama. I learned this the hard way, watching colleagues bring frustration or gossip into the office, only to see productivity tank. The most successful businesses run on focus, not feelings. I adopted a rule: the only emotion allowed at work is celebration, for results, not fluff. When I felt overwhelmed or upset, I acknowledged it privately. I'd ask myself, can anyone fix this? If not, I let it go. Emotions are human, but dragging them into meetings doesn't drive results. As the book If You Have to Cry, Go Outside taught me, feel what you feel, but don't subject others to it. By staying focused and celebrating only when we hit goals, I created a workplace where clarity thrived, and so did success. Speak with data, not feelings. I used to undermine myself with phrases like I feel or I think, signaling uncertainty. It wasn't until I audited my speech that I realized how it eroded my credibility. Now, I start sentences with, the data shows, or here's what we know. This shift forced me to back my ideas with facts, not emotions. Before speaking, I pause to reflect, do I have data to support this? If not, I hold back. This simple habit made people take me seriously, and it translated to better decisions, and more money. Try it, swap. I feel like we should, for the data suggests, and watch your authority grow. Navigating relationships at work. Working with my husband and family members was a dream and a challenge. Early in our relationship, my husband called me out in a meeting, and I was furious. But instead of firing back, I held my tongue. Exploding would have undermined us both. Instead, I pulled him aside later, addressing it privately. We resolved it, returned as a united front, and kept our team's trust intact. Working with loved ones amplifies emotions, but the rule is simple: keep it professional. Handle disputes behind closed doors, and never let personal drama seep into the workplace. Your team deserves a unified, focused environment, not a soap opera. Outwork the stereotypes. For years, I let stereotypes hold me back. I assumed people saw me as a trophy wife or gold digger, and that fear made me shrink. Then I realized, it doesn't matter what others think. Results speak louder than labels. I focused on driving projects forward, hitting goals, and creating impact. No one could argue with my success. People will doubt you, label you, or underestimate you. Let them. Your job is to outwork their assumptions. As I learned from Elena Cardone, reframe the labels. She turned gold digger into digging for gold in relationships and herself. I embraced being called direct instead of harsher terms. It meant I was decisive. Focus on results, and stereotypes will fade. Let the labels roll off. Men get called boss while women get harsher labels for the same behavior. I used to care, but I don't anymore. Labels don't define effectiveness. If you're rude or careless, that's a problem to fix. But if you're labeled for being direct and results-driven, wear it proudly. The only thing that matters is getting the job done. Mastering your emotions through consistency, compartmentalizing, regulating feelings, speaking with data, navigating relationships, and ignoring stereotypes unlocks a life of impact. It's not just mindset, it's habits. Keep showing up, keep refining, and the life you dream of will follow.